Alright, here we go. Gonna be a walk in the park. The shade over here is looking pretty good.
Face front. Join us back up to front, please. If I could get 22 and 18 to 12 places, please. Turn your face to real, please, ladies.
Hold there.
Face front, please. Final walk to the rear of the stage,
Renee
please.
from Argentina.
Face front, please. Join us back up to front of the stage.
It's too old. I see the Argentinian is hurt. The Argentinian.
2019 ladies are excused. Get you ready.
How much water am I drinking?
2.5 liters.
Yeah, 2.5 to 3 liters.
Yeah.
Have you gained lots of popularity since competing in the States, smaller firms? Yeah, I mean, I guess people didn't know who I was before, and now they see somebody they haven't seen before competing on the stage. And so yeah, I have gained a few followers, but mostly made a lot of friends.
The collab stuff.
Yeah.
We'll release in good time, but definitely, we've been
bullied.
exposed to some opportunity, which is awesome.
And the other thing that's been really cool was like all these pros that I've looked up to and bikini pros that I've been following for a long time. Some of them have started following me back, which is really cool.
Is it hot backstage?
It was today. Oh my gosh,
In one of the rooms
it
it was,
today.
another room was cooler. Not too bad.
Yeah, I think, where was it?
I mean, not too bad for the bikini girls, but man, it was bad for the men's physique guys. What shows had best
Had the best
backstage?
backstage.
Oh, that's...
Well, today was super chill. So it was like so chill. I don't know if you guys saw my pump up video, but did you see how many people were in there? Hardly any.
Yeah, they done really well at separating the NPC from the pros to give each other enough room. Cause like the Miami show, it was just everyone backstage all the time, and it was an expo, so the whole place was just a fiasco. It was
so much noise,
managed well
music.
for how huge that whole thing was.
It
was managed really well. But I think we've sort of fallen for the Clash and for Mile High.
Which gym has been your favourite so far?
Oh man,
That's too hard to do.
It's like 6 one way, half a dozen the other.
I have to say Armbrust.
Armbrust
The
is
one that
cool.
we're at the moment in Denver.
Yeah, it's cool because it's like
Pro gym.
it has just such a reputation. It's got such history. It's
It's a famous gym, and like on all the walls there's like Phil Heath and like
all the bodybuilders.
just
It's
the
like
old school bodybuilders.
I feel like it's like a rite of
photos and
passage.
stuff.
Yeah, it's a rite of passage gym for people to go to train at. It's
Cool
but then
equipment
like
too. But you loved Elevation.
I didn't want to leave
too.
Elevation.
Yeah, Elevation.
Loved that gym. And then also Iron Religion.
Yeah, that was
cool as
sick
well. Like
on the first day I went in there and I thought there was just like 3 rooms or 2 rooms, and then at the end of my workout I went walking around and I discovered like a whole another 2 rooms. I was like, this gym's weird, it's got no cable machines. And then I didn't even know, but there was 2 whole other.
Denver's so nice. It's so pretty
beautiful.
here. Similarities to
Mountains.
like parts of New Zealand, except it's drier.
And it's really chill. Like the people
It's a beautiful place.
relaxed.
Orlando is also stunning. Orlando's a cool place. Miami is a beautiful place to look at, but
With beautiful people.
really beautiful people. Overwhelming amount of just hot people.
Really hot people and like really muscular people. Like
I just felt like a commoner there.
yeah, we're just normal. How do you avoid sweating your tan off? Have the aircon on, that's for sure. And I've been sleeping in a tansy thing, which is like a satin silky sleeping bag.
Make sure the room's cold.
The room's cold. Yeah, and then just obviously trying not to I'm not going outside once I've tanned, you know. I just tanned this morning, got my top coat done at home, and then we're straight into the Uber with the aircon on. So is the show next weekend your last opportunity to qualify for the Olympia while we're over here? Or have you already qualified? No, I have not qualified. I have to win a pro show to qualify. So yes, my last chance will be this weekend in Dallas.
We've got time penciled out around Olympia where we might look at coming back to do some more shows if we don't qualify this weekend. Where we can come back and maybe do, instead of Olympia, we'll do some other shows and can try qualify for next year. Remembering that you're a pro competing against other pros, and the competition is hard. And
it's hard. Everyone
most
looks
people
amazing.
that get their pro card will never place a game, will never come in first call outs again. So if you can make top 10, like that's a massive feat. But just to compete against other pros is like, and you can come last place, but that's still
look amazing.
Yeah, that's huge.
And that's like what I was saying earlier about not being so wrapped up on your placing and focusing on just bringing a better package every time. I think prior to coming over here, I was so focused on placing and focused on that Olympia qualification. And now I'm more, obviously I still want to make it to Olympia, that is the goal, but going from week to week, the feeling that I'm getting from just bringing a better package each time has just got me buzzing.
It gets really addictive,
good.
getting the feedback and making
the
changes.
What made your glutes pop so much more at this show? Just amazing. Thank you.
Cool. So we got Kate tighter, and then I've just been reversing her up, filling her up, and then also have just learned better ways to pump Kate up as well. So
and I've also had no nerves this last show as well. So even the Miami show, like I wasn't nervous really compared to the Clash. I was really nervous at the Clash, and that affected my physique. So when at the Clash I held a bit of water, which meant that my glutes didn't pop as much. And I've been eating lots of potato and lots of banana and granola bar before I go on stage, doing squats and kickbacks. And then just also making sure with my posing that I'm really nailing that, and I'm pushing hard into my glute and just like working my shape as much as I can.
Pushing hard so that it pops, but not too hard that you then overflex it and flatten it out.
With the amount of training and having so many peak weeks, how are you finding your muscle recovery at the moment? Miss you guys. We miss you, Corbin. We miss you.
And pack you up and bring you next time.
I reckon. But honestly, the body's been feeling pretty good. And also, like, I've been doing harder training days on like a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, but then the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday have just been light pump days. So I'm definitely, I wouldn't say I'm training as hard as I usually would.
No,
in terms of like looking at it for the whole week.
Had you conditioned prior to coming over here? If you're ready, you can keep going with this. Look at Ash K, for example, going hard. She ain't showing no signs of slowing down, man.
No, she's not.
And so it's totally doable if you're ready, and like you can just sort of keep rolling with it.
Ashley K is in the next show, and with the ranking she has, could you ever place first against her, or are the judges a bit biased?
Can't get an answer.
I'll just start by saying that Ash K is amazing, don't get me wrong, but in this sport, nobody is unbeatable.
Yeah. And Ash has even said before, like, she doesn't go to shows expecting to win.
No, exactly.
There's a lot that can come down to it. There's lots that can happen to each athlete, like I said before, each week. Judges change, their biases change. And yeah, you just got to show up, man.
Focus on yourself. That's all you can do. At this level, everyone is amazing, and it could be anyone's show. So bring your best, take your feedback, improve, and just do what you do. She seems really humble. Is this what she's like in person? Are you talking about Ash K?
She's talking about Ash.
Yeah, she's just having a good time at all the shows, really. She's always willing to take a photo with you. Otherwise, she's just focusing on herself, really.
She's in her own company. She's in the zone, but she'll make the time for people that approach her.
Yeah.
I turned around for a minute today and she was dancing. She's got good energy.
She's got a good vibe. What was your feedback from this show? Well, my first bit of feedback was, and my most annoying bit of feedback was about my tan being really bad. And I agree, like, my skin has just had enough of this competition tan. Like, it's really, really harsh, and I've got super, super sensitive skin, so I'm definitely struggling with that the most. But so the main changes that I did, like, between my first show and my second show, was I exfoliated completely, pretty much got rid of all my tan, and then started fresh.
Half the skin as well, though.
Half my skin come off, yeah. And then the difference between my last show and this show, meaning that I had quite a bad tan for this show, was that I only did like this lightest exfoliation and pretty much just left my skin. And they said like they could see like the streaks from the old tan and stuff like that.
Kate's got real sensitive
super
skin.
Sensitive, like, I don't even know. It's just, I've got like blotches, and I've rubbed my skin so raw that then the tan like sticks to it in those patches, and it just looks terrible. So the feedback just to keep bringing more size to the glutes. What was cool with the feedback this time is they told us specifically where and why, from a judge's perspective, the angle that they're sitting at, which is awesome. Rather than just getting told grow your glutes, that's like you can grow your glutes well wrong. I've got to be right. I've got to be the right shape. No post show meal. No, because we're right.
Still in it.
Although I did have a teaspoon of peanut butter and what else did I have? I had a couple of bites of a nice protein bar that we got yesterday. How long was your off season from your pro card win to your first pro show? 2 years, I'm pretty sure.
There was also lockdowns.
Because there was COVID as well, so that didn't help. But in hindsight, it really paid off taking that long off between shows to grow. And then I took another 2-year off season after the New Zealand show because
waiting for a show, show. Yeah.
When do you guys fly home? Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to see you too, Holly. Be cool to catch up. We fly back on
get back on the 20th.
20th of June. Do you have hair extensions? Yes, I do have hair extensions. The hair extensions, my hair is actually the same length as the hair extensions, but I got the hair extensions for volume. There's one. There you go.
We've been taking some days out and just exploring wherever we are at.
Can you show us your crowns you've won? Here's my one from today, from the Mile High. And I'm going to go and get my other one. Here's my one from the Clash. So I'm super proud of myself because it's intact. It hasn't been broken, and we've had 2 internal flights so far. So if I can get all of this home without breaking anything, that'll be pretty good. Pretty good effort. We are so looking forward to seeing our fur babies. Yeah. It's weird not having, you know, when you get home and you just have the snuggles and the pets and just the love. I've definitely brought the glutes up in the last few years.
So like,
and then
we had like we'd grown them, and then we competed in Hawaii, and the category at that time I think was under a bit of scrutiny for girls getting too big, and so I think they might have accidentally over exaggerated our feedback at the Hawaii show to really make sure Kate's glutes didn't grow too much more. So we tried to respect that and not grow them too much more, and then we found out now like more glute will be fine. So
we're gonna grow the glutes, which I'm super excited for.
Which is awesome because there's other women in this class that are being told to size down, which is no fun.
I would rather have space to grow within the category than be told you're too big or you need to downsize or something like that. So very excited to grow the booty. Highlight so far. Oh, it's hard to pinpoint it like it's hard to pinpoint it. It's just like in general, just the whole experience. We're over here doing this
what's really
together, doing it together as well.
It's awesome to be able to do this. There's so many highlights, like being able to learn from this as an athlete, as a coach. But then the thing I'm liking the most is just the community around bodybuilding and just this lifestyle at every gym, at every competition is hard.
Very cool.
I would love every person to come over here and experience it, even at like an NPC level. Like the amount of shows that they have here that are an NPC show where they have pro athletes there, so the people that you're looking up to, you get to be around, is like there's just this whole big vibe. Everybody that's promoting the show, managing the show. Yeah, you don't have. Then there's people that are like, you can jump in the
We're getting
Uber
here
with,
in New Zealand though.
yeah,
with that
but like you can jump in the Uber here with somebody that has got no interest in bodybuilding, and you tell them why you're here because they ask, and they're like, "That's awesome."
Yeah, everyone's really enthusiastic here. It's quite cool. What have you think, Frank?
Mostly like learning about just competing internationally, so like all the ins and outs from where to stay, traveling around, getting around and about the show, gaining experience and being able to deal with people from, you know, flying, traveling, working different time zones, that kind of learning.
What has been the most popular bikini color over there? Red. There's lots of red bikinis on stage, and the girls look amazing in red, but I'm not sure if it's something that I could ever wear on stage. Just because I have been told that I could do red, being blonde and red, but it's just not a colour that I feel confident in. Like I don't own any red clothing, nothing like that. So
should wear the colour that brings out your best self, your character, your energy.
Yeah.
What is
the colour that you feel the most confident in and the most yourself in, I feel is the colour you should wear on stage. So yeah, never say never, but you probably will never see me in a red bikini. Would you recommend the comps that you're currently competing in?
Yeah,
yes, for sure.
Definitely
a great time.
Biased towards the class shows and the Mile High.
Yeah. Clash and Mile High so far were the faves. Would you travel with clients to compete? So we would tee it up, right? Yeah. Like if there's a pro bikini show, like we would come. We would.
Amateur.
Yeah, and then the amateur ranks as well.
Yeah.
Like bring over a whole team with their victory.
Yeah, there's a lot about being here that puts a lot into perspective with being back home and how lucky we are as well, man. There's
so many opportunities in New Zealand.
Yeah, really.
For the size of our country, like.
Yeah. Have to give Mo a shout out on that because it's crazy and how affordable he makes it. Like you come here and, for example,
it is expensive, guys.
For a coach to go backstage, you have to hold an NPC card, which will cost you 350 New Zealand dollars, and then you also then have to buy a ticket, which will be 100 US. So
to put it in perspective, just like for the first show, we spent 600 New Zealand dollars
just so I could go backstage.
Just so Frank could watch me and go backstage with me. will we be seeing you at the Olympia this year? Well, I hope so. That's the goal. Let us know if you guys have any more questions. We'll hang around and answer any more questions you guys have. And then, do I get a rice cake? How do you both navigate the different dynamics of your relationship, coaching and personal? Try not to take one into the other. It can be hard sometimes. We do pretty good.
Yeah, we're good at compartmentalizing it. I think we're at a point now where in our relationship I guess are grateful for what we are able to do with each other, to be able to do this together.
I wouldn't be doing any of this without Frank, so I wouldn't have even gotten into bodybuilding without Frank. So we have our moments, but
yeah,
good.
Kate's got better at me being able to pull her aside, sit her down and say, hey, this is what I need you to do as a coach. Don't get emotional.
You don't take it personal. Yeah. How do you plan to grow your glutes for the next competition?
Just keep filling up.
I mean, I can't grow my glutes, like muscle tissue, in a week. So it's all about how we peak, right? Yeah,
we're technically reversing Kate, so just trying to utilize that bit of a rebound to fill them up as much as possible, while still keeping everything tight. As we increase food, like a reverse should, her metabolism is increasing, so she gets a little leaner, she gets a little tighter, so we can put a little bit more food in, and then just direct that through training to filling up the cells in her glutes.
Oh look, here's my mum and dad. Hi mum and dad. Please share your backstory to why you started bodybuilding. So I never actually thought that I would get into bodybuilding. I never ever thought that it was something that I wanted to do. I was into power. I've always been into the gym, always been into sport growing up, and then I joined the gym. I got into powerlifting, did a couple of powerlifting comps, enjoyed that. And then Frank was competing in bodybuilding, so I was just going to shows and supporting him and being there for him. And then I got kindly forced to commit to doing a show. And to be honest, it was the best thing, being like put on the spot and forced to commit to actually doing it, because I may not have ever done one otherwise.
Yeah, shout out to Mo for that.
Yeah. What's the difference in gyms over there? Just insane equipment that we don't have in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Lots of different equipment.
Yeah, a massive range of equipment, and I feel like there's just
more of it as well.
There's a lot more respect for the gym and the gym equipments inside of the gyms as well.
People are working hard, man. People are working hard. Even like between sets, when I'm like logging my workout in my app, I'm like, oh, I've got to get off my phone. Put your phone down. You got to train. Like,
there'll be signs up. Like, more reps, less texts.
Everyone's so much more intense over here. Like, no one's messing around.
We're so appreciative for the support. So we want to make sure we give you guys this time in a bigoted way. Like, we wouldn't be here. A lot of you guys are clients. Without, you guys being clients, we wouldn't be here either. So there's, it's a bigoted thing, and we want to share this experience with you, and we hope that it's impressing upon you, and we hope that this example pushes you all of you to just go out and get it, whatever it is that you do.
How do you think accentuates bikinis stack up against USA branded ones? I've loved my bikinis, and I've got heaps of compliments on them from competitors over here. I guess they're just different, so everyone's like, oh, what's that? Who made that? One thing is that the cuts on the bikinis here are smaller. Do you have any more photo shoot pics to share, or any more photo shoots to come? Not yet. So I wasn't planning on doing any photo shoots or anything like that while I was here, but then
people start reaching out.
Yeah, people start reaching out. Gabriel reached out. He's the photographer that I did the shoot with after the Miami show. And it was completely random, and I wasn't expecting it. So that was super cool, and we got some really, really good shots. So I'm just waiting for a few of those to come through, and then I'll post them up.
Will we see Blurple again? You will definitely see it again.
Yeah, you'll see it again. I'm still torn though, will I wear it next weekend or not? Because I really love the blue, but then I really love the Blurple too. I don't know what to do.
It's the hardest thing about watching Kate compete. My blood pressure.
Do you get more nervous than me? Were you nervous today? I wasn't nervous at all today. I felt so calm. Does your heart usually races, doesn't it? Or was it fine today?
Yeah, it does for every single athlete that I have on stage. I have my freaking heart is a mess.
I can second that too, actually. Like when my posing girls get up there, I'm like on the edge of my seat and my heart is racing. I'm like more nervous to watch them than I am when I go out on stage. Or like, how did you feel at the different shows?
I try to compartmentalize it. I try to watch and pay attention, like a coach should pay attention, to see what feedback I need to give Kate. And then I also try to sit there as a husband in support of Kate as well, as just being, someone in the crowd that isn't like judging, just being there. I don't find too much of a difference between Kate and other athletes I just get nervous and excited for my athletes.
Which show were you most nervous for of my shows when I walked out?
Probably more Miami. Yeah, Miami I was more nervous because I was a little bit worried that maybe we had her too lean. And I didn't want to get that feedback because I feel like that's an easy thing to avoid. But it was a bit of what they asked for, and so I was just hoping that the different judges were going to align with the package, and they did. They loved the conditioning. So, how many athletes in your class? 10 today. Yeah,
it was a smaller show today for sure. So 10 today, and then last weekend in Miami there was 30. And then the weekend before at the Clash, there was 22. So we've just been taking our feedback week to week and improving. So, I mean, there's always things that we can do better. I do need to grow my glutes. So, obviously, I need to spend some time doing that. I can't do it in a week.
Definitely showing that. Thanks, Amy. Proving the point. Knowing what to do to bring enough difference each week to keep the glutes looking better and better and better. So we don't take time off.
No time off. This is
I'm real big on
the lifestyle. I love it. What do you mean by time off? Like not going to the gym? I can't do that. Competitions to improvement seasons, and that's where you make or break your competing season. I'm fired up. Like, I am motivated. I've got my feedback. I know what I need to do. I'm getting straight home and straight back into it. I'm not wasting any time. Hey. It's like, it's lifestyle. You can balance everything else. When we're back home, we still work. We still make time for each other. We still do a lot of other things as well. So the intention just has to stay on. Yeah, the biggest things that will change is just obviously, like, I will build my calories up. We'll start going on our date nights again, our weekly date nights, and having like dinners out, I guess, like once a week. Will you guys be coming to South Island Champs this year? Yes. We'll be, won't we? Yeah, at least one of us will be. Sister's competing, right? Yes, my sister is. Doing makeup. Yeah. So we will be there. We'll both be there because I'll be doing makeup. We've got a ton of athletes down there that we want to spend time with as well. So. Alright, I think it's our bedtime too then, eh? And your bedtime. It's my bedtime. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys, and hopefully we answered your questions. Yeah. It was cool doing this. Okay, good night, guys.